if you tell me whether you want to do devolution of power first.
So we'll do
and
devolution of power first.
Yeah, we'll do devolution of power.
Okay.
No, there are so many issues day to day.
Let's do this. Now we have agreed, no? Okay.
But I am not agreed. Okay.
Right. Okay. Devolution of power. We have discussed this in our devolution committee, and we have discussed. I have also informed cabinet. Implementation of the 13th Amendment, constitutional amendment to safeguard full powers of the Provincial Council under List 1 with the exception of police powers, and B, also to include specific functions in List 3 in the Provincial Council list, subject to agreement among political parties in Parliament, because unless you agree we won't have 2/3. So if you want to discuss that further, both Mr. Susil Premajayantha and Mr. Prasanna Ranatunga will be there to talk with the members and come back. We have other members also in our committee, former chief ministers, but both of them will be leading the discussions on which we say whatever you want to do on list 1, how do you want to safeguard those issues? We have to make an exception for police powers, but all other issues we can take up. And if you want any other list 3 functions come into list 1, that's also there, but we have to get other, not only government and the Tamil members, but we have to get the other parties in opposition to agree, so that we have 2/3. And if that is accepted in principle, then we can ask them and the Justice Minister to discuss with you all the...
So there are a few questions that arise, Mr. President. One is, now...
Can I read the rest of it also?
Right.
Okay. Then we will bring bills to Parliament. The whole issue of how divisional secretaries are to be appointed, we discussed. We will bring a bill on that. Then we have said a bill which will enable the provincial councils to exercise all their powers on the education list, Schedule 3, especially establishing provincial boards of education. Then also bill to establish provincial boards for vocational and technical training, bill to empower provincial councils to establish universities. The total of the education sector, most of it will then come to the provincial councils. Then to bill to empower provincial councils to undertake agricultural modernization and all agricultural grassroots services. At the moment it's split. Agrarian services goes to the central government, others go there. So let's have one bill which goes there and the central government makes national policy. Then how it is to be implemented in different provinces, you have to make out. For instance, tea is utterly relevant to Northeast or NCP. So you've got to decide on those. This will bring immediately need for development. A bill to establish provincial tourism promotion boards. I think each area, and then we should have local committees below that. Then under the Industrialization Act, any industry with over ₹1 million is of national importance, we'll bring it to 250 million rupees. So all the small and medium enterprises will get covered by the provincial councils, and a bill to establish the district development councils. Last one, some of the subjects and functions devolved to the provincial councils are still administered under the central government. Legislation may be required to ensure that such subjects come under the purview of the provincial councils. That issue, also identifying it, can be done by with the 3 ministers. So that is the first part on the devolution. Second was what are the plans for development. We have find investments for renewable energy potential of the northern province and the consequent production of green hydrogen and ammonia. Availability of green hydrogen will increase the attractiveness of the Port of Colombo. You supply the green hydrogen to the Port of Colombo and Trincomalee for shipping in about another 10-15 years time. A Poonery in Newtown should be the center for the renewable energy economy. Water for the North program, we have the Poonakarine tank, Rio for Jaffna, the small tanks renewal program. I've also been asked about the giant tank. I said if we can bring giant tank and Malwa to a also into this scheme because the Lower Malwathuwa is a part of the northern province. These are 10-year plan, development of the KK Harbour, development of the Vaunia and Palali airports. If Trincomalee develops, we have to also develop the Vaunia airport as a backstop. Ferry service connecting northern province and South India. We want to have investment promotion zones in KKS, Paranthan and Mankulam. There will be tourism in the north. One is developing tourism in the northern province, Jaffna, Mannar, developing cruise tourism including the Mannar Fort, the islands, the KKS port and Vadamarachi, promotion of coconut cultivation in Vanni, promoting Jaffna as a university town.